Yo.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Jack, what's up?
I had an idea. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I was thinking we should do a duo interpretation together.
Dude, sweet. What piece?
I don't know. I was thinking something cool and, manly.
Dude, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Nancy Drew. The Mystery of the Ring by J.L. Gillette and R.G. Peterson. Chapter 1, A Dressy Drive. Nancy Drew, an attractive 18-year-old sleuth who was pretty in a distinctive way, with blue eyes and reddish glints in her golden hair, was driving in her blue convertible with her friends Bess Marlin, a slightly plump, pretty blonde with delightful dimples, and George Fay, an athletic, tomboyish, short-haired brunette girl who was proud of her boyish name.
Bess, you could wear your yellow dress.
Which yellow dress were you referencing, Nancy?
The tea-leaf party dress with lace on the collar. George, I wore that one last week and it doesn't even fit anymore. Besides, I don't even like it. I need to get a new one anyway.
Please, can we just turn the radio on?
Well, maybe we can go shopping tomorrow. I'd like to get something too. Do you think I would look good in green?
It doesn't matter what we think.
Stop it. Ned and I are just good friends.
Uh-huh.
Here we are at the River Heights Municipal Museum of Natural History.
Hope this exhibit isn't as bad as the last one. 18th century dental instruments.
Suddenly, Nancy and George heard a blood-curdling scream. Chapter 2, A Catastrophic Development.
Bess, what's wrong?
I thought I just saw Riley Harvey walking down the street.
Who's Riley Harvey?
He's that gooey sophomore with that booey ponytail who writes me those mushy love notes written on that squishy paper towel.
Ew.
Look, there's Chief McGinnis. I hope nothing is wrong.
The girls entered to find the chief listening to the museum's large-girthed and very irate owner, Mr. Mordecai.
They took the George Washington's axe, the hooks, the shorts, and the hair gel.
Hair gel?
It belonged to Mitt Romney.
Hang on a second there. Hold on, Mr. Mordecai. I've got some important procedural questions. When did you first discover the crime?
I told you, I just got into work.
What'd you have for breakfast?
I already told you, toast.
Mr. Mordecai, is there anything they did not take?
As a matter of fact, they did not get the most important artifact. It was a toe ring.
Hang on a second. I'm the professional. I've got some important procedural questions.
Suddenly, Nancy noticed some curious markings on the mannequin wearing the toe ring. She was, however, baffled as to what the markings could mean.
So she decided to call her father, Carson Drew, a tall, handsome, successful, clever, respected lawyer in his late 40s, who often helped her with her cases. Nancy.
Hey, Dad, I'm working on a new case. What would you think if you saw some scratch marks next to the most valuable object in the museum the day after it was robbed?
Well, I would say that the thieves, and there are probably 2 of them, did not get what they came to get, and will therefore be back for it Tuesday night.
Thanks, Dad.
Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Nancy, the bad guys, Joe B. Schmo and Ivan B. Terrible, had retreated to their abandoned warehouse just across the street from the museum. Hey, boss, I've been doing some thinking.
What?
Do we really have to go back to the tote? I mean, we got the whole shorts.
Ivan, it was worn by Elvis, the king. Then it was stolen from his grave by, what's his name? Willie Nelson. Then an estranged one of events, Hannah Montana shows up with it. Ivan, that toe ring is priceless. And besides, we've been chasing this thing for 8 years.
Fuck. Well, how do we get it off the tote? My gut says dynamite, but my head says petroleum jelly.
Ivan.
Fine. I noticed that the mannequin was made with a 3-part water-soluble gum. Maybe we just Pour water, the whole thing will dissolve. Poof.
If you had ever got through half a semester of chemistry, you would know that the only way to get that toe ring off of that mannequin is to use a chainsaw.
Good thinking, boss. What will I do without you?
Chapter 3, Shopping for Suspense.
The next morning, Nancy, though baffled and concerned by the crime, was driving in her blue convertible on the way to the department store to meet Bess and George. As usual, she was pondering the details of the case.
I wonder why the attendant at the filling station looked at me in such a suspicious manner when I mentioned the museum. I wonder what the significance of the toe ring is. I sure hope I can solve this case to help out poor Mr. Mordecai. I wonder what's flying on the radio. Like nobody else, the weather you think your hair. Throw my hands up, playing my song, the butterflies fly away. Baby, baby, hey, I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my number, so call me maybe. We are never, ever, 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 ever. But when you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know, oh, oh. You don't know you're beautiful, oh, oh. That's what makes you beautiful. Click.
Hi, girls. This one looks nice.
Bess, maybe you should try one with vertical stripes. Here, take this. The dressing room is that way. So, Nancy, do you have any leads on the case?
Not yet, but I'm working on a plan.
Nancy, that's perfect!
What? My plan?
No, the dress, those colors suit you so well. Quick, go try it on.
I just saw Nancy with that aquamarine A-line dress.
I know. You think she'd like those colors for the bridesmaids?
I think she should do pink.
Pink, Nancy, really?
I don't know. What do you think Ned would like?
I don't know. You know if he likes Nancy?
Oh, here she comes.
Oh, Nancy, that's a smash.
How do you think George and I would look in that color? I mean, that style.
We should be going.
Chapter 4, Case Closed. Boom! Boom!
Chakunk, ka-chunk, chakunk, ka-chunk, chakunk. Do you girls mind if we stop by the museum? I'd like to check on things.
As the sleuth and her companions walked through the door, there, lying on the floor before them, was Mr. Mordecai, bound and gagged.
Look! It's Mr. Mordecai! Bound and gagged!
Bess swooned and fainted.
Oh dear, Bess has swooned.
I think she fainted.
George, you take care of Bess and Mr. Mordecai. I need to look for clues.
Ew. Nancy soon noticed that the toe ring was missing, along with half of Elvis's foot.
I have to find a phone.
All right, honey, I'll notify the authorities right away.
Oh, Dad, wait. I almost forgot. I found a cigarette.
That could help identify the criminals. Quick, tell me what it smells like.
It smells like tar, tobacco, smoke. It smells kind of like your newspaper.
The New York Times?
Yes! Maybe the smoker's from New York.
Good thinking, Nancy. Keep your eyes peeled for other clues.
Thanks, Dad.
As she hung up the phone, she noticed tire tracks leading across the road to an abandoned warehouse.
As she crept through the side door of the warehouse, she was suddenly struck on the back of the head. Boom! And everything went black.
Hey, boss. I think she's finally beginning to wake up.
Good. Now we can tell her every detail.
My name is Ivan Interp, and this is my boss, the elevated Joe Schmo. We are, right now, at this moment, standing in the abandoned warehouse just across the street from the museum.
And we cleaned that place out. We got the axe GW used to chop down the cherry tree. We got the Hulk's shorts. We got a bottle of Mitt Romney's hair gel. And most importantly, we got the toe ring.
It is all in this box, right here. Not that box, this box.
I have just one question. Do either of you smoke?
The boss smokes. I don't smoke, because smoking is bad for the environment.
Suddenly, Chief McGinnis burst in through the warehouse door.
All right, nobody move. I got you covered, Nancy.
Later on, after the criminals had been taken away, Nancy, Bess, and George were driving home in Nancy's blue convertible.
I'm so glad you finally solved that case, Nancy.
I know, there were so many twists and turns. I don't know how you figured it out in the end.
Oh, it was simple, really. I'm just glad Mr. Mordecai got back all of his artifacts. Bess, about that dress.
Little did Nancy realize that she would soon be enmeshed in
The mystery of the missing Moravian monkey.